Good morning, Team Beast. And for those of you joining us for the very first time, thank you for clicking on Beast Capacity Outdoors. I'm your leader, Team Beast, Daddy Beast, and this is gotta get a lot of stuff done today. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, let's see. It's been a long week. I'm sorry. The video from 1 to 2 to everything else has just kind of become the jumbled mix of a little bit of everything now. It's gone from just being the jacket mold of sorry, the Star Wars bucket, or the Mandalorian Star Wars costuming helmet bucket, to the bucket to, or the Star Wars helmet to the screen printing mesh prep, to today we're going to be doing a couple things. We're going to be doing the cryo-cult emotion coverage on a couple of the screens, because I got to get, oddly enough, some t-shirts done for the Mandalorian costuming club group that I belong to, and Black Rose belongs to. I got to get a couple shirts done for us and a couple of the members for Sunday. I need to get the mother mold done on the bucket. We call them buckets. Today, so it can dry overnight, so I can take it out of the standoff and the master out of the mold. So that way, possibly tomorrow, just Thursday, I can get a rotocast done of my custom designed sculpted bucket that I did. So that way I have one in time for Sunday. At which point, on Sunday, the reason why I thought Sunday is important is because Sunday we are hosting what's called an armor party. And that's when a lot of us costumers in the club get together and build our armor for the Mandalorians. Now, Mandalorians, if you don't know, for those of you who are not Star Wars savvy, is the place and the people that Boba Fett comes from and Jango comes from. And that's who we're representing, is the Mandalorian bounty hunters. They're clan of warriors. They were protectors at one point. Whatever. Anyhow, you can go into that on Star Wars Wikipedia. Anyhow, it's kind of funny how Green Galaxy Systems is kind of warsy to a degree. But this here is the cryo-coat emulsion. It's all-in-one photopolymer emulsion. It's not the dual cure. I can't speak. Where you got to take the diazo and shake it up, mix it with some water, or distilled water, shake it up, let it sit for a moment, throw it in, mix it, let it sit, and all that. This is instant, ready to go, ready to pour, ready to screen emulsion. So we're going to do that first. Now, one of the things is, it says you need to be in a dark room. So we're going to be turning on the dark light, turning off the bright light. Now, I've seen it done on videos where, excuse me. Oh. And for those of you trying to get off soda, LaCroix, sparkling water. Now, nobody pays me for anything I say. I just say what I say and review what I review, and and all that kind of good stuff. This is actually pretty good. It's key lime. Got good flavor, a little bit more than the other ones. That's good. But yeah, so I'm supposed to go into dark room with this. I have my dark room light, which is basically a UV safe light. I have my UV light ready for exposure. I'm supposed to have a glass pane, a pane of glass, clear glass, non-UV rated, to lay over my acetates on my screens once the screens are dry and ready for burning or exposing. Mirror and Glass here in Yorba Linda are doing the glass for me today. They're cutting it out 16 by 20, which is the size of my screens, and they're rounding and polishing the edges so they're not sharp, so I don't get cut while handling it. And I'm going a little heavier on it, so I'm going 1/4 inch, not 1/8, so that way it's got some heft to it, and it'll definitely give me positive contact of my stencil to the mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and move my bucket off to the side here because it's been overnight. It's cured. It's ready for the plaster bandages, which I'll show as well. It's going to be a heck of a long series. I decided to go ahead and just film everything. After the first video, I just decided to go ahead and film everything and get it done and get it out of the way, and then spend a forced couple of days. I do mean forced because it's been crazy busy, and get it edited. The other thing that you've missed last night, which I started, and I know I promised you I'd get you some footage, and hopefully on Sunday I'll get you some footage of me cooking and setting it up. But some of my barbecue, got a big old clod because we went to Smart and Final and they were out of the blister packs of 5 to 6 tri-tips. Now I usually have to go through and do a lot of knife work on them to cut the fat and the caps and the silver skin off of it, and so the price is a lot less. It's usually a $3.99 a pound. These were $6.99 a pound, and because they were cut and clean, I flip them over out of the package, and that's what I'm upset about. Take them out of the package, flip them over, and they got fat cap and silver all over it. And it's like, really, for this price, this should be clean. I'm kind of upset at them for that, because I usually get better quality meat out of the blister pack of 5 to 6 tri-tips for $50 than I did for the $75 for what we got last night. And yeah, it wasn't good. And then I got a big old huge like roast style cut and deloined it and spread it, cut it, cleaned up the excess fat, the caul fat, the tendons and stuff that were in there. Clean that out, and I use a vacuum sealer, and so I vacuum sealed it all with the proprietary secret of the house barbecue rub and all that. Vacuum sealed it nice and tight and put them in the ice chest with 20 pounds of ice. And I do that, and yes, I did it last night. I know the barbecue's not till Sunday, so let's see, it's Wednesday now, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. 5 days in the cooler it'll be. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to get spoiled. You know, there's salt, there's sugar, there's spices, all in the rub that's going to protect it. There's also ice in the ice chest that's going to protect it. Not to mention, it's 50 friggin' degrees outside right now. Okay, in the middle of the day. It's like 1 o'clock, and it's 50 degrees outside. It's colder here in California, Southern California, than it is in Kentucky right now. It's crazy. Anyhow, let's get to this. I'm going to put the hat cam on, and get walking around. Finish up my lunch here really quick, which is nice little healthy crab salad. Basically, it's the white fish imitation crab, which for fish for us now here at Weight Watchers is free, 0 points. And a half of fresh lemon from outside. We have a lemon tree out back. One of the large lemons, cut them in half to really juicy. Pull the seeds and squeeze really hard. Put that in there. Chopped up some celery, some red onion. Chopped up the crab, or the imitation crab, and threw about 2 tablespoons of the light mayo from Best Foods in it. And so for my lunch, which is actually quite a bit, it's in one of the probably it's in the half-pound container that you'd find at Stater Brothers. It's like, because of the mayo, it's like 3 points, 4 points, something like that. So not bad for a lunch. Tastes great, nice, citrusy, and it's just good. It's good. It's a nice, refreshing lunch, not a heavy, mayo, that kind of thing. Not that heavy. It's nice and light. Anyhow, let's get to this stuff. I've done enough yabbering for this video. Probably time lapse some stuff, or at least speed it up once I go into video. So I'm gonna finish my lunch, turn on the music. Y'all are not gonna hear it because it's copyrighted music, so I can't put it on here. But I'll put some music that I can put on here while I speed through stuff. So let's get to it. Okay, so what you're not seeing that I did is, okay, my screens are dry. I've created this angle drying rack because you don't need a corner of a building or a corner of a shop or anything to build your rack. You just need 2x2s, and the 2x2s actually act as your spacer because the frames are just under 2 inches. So, whether they're the aluminum or the wood, and to create a dark box for drying, so that way if there's any accidental, because we are in a garage shop, so there could be accidental exposing during the day if I'm doing screens. So tonight though, we're going to be doing screens because they are now washed and taken care of and all that and ready to go. But we're going to be doing that a little bit later tonight, so we have a little more security to know what's coming in. So the sun will be down completely and all that. Well, I've created a rack that's UV safe. Sorry about that, battery died. Okay, so what I was saying before my battery so rudely interrupted me by dying is I'm creating a UV safe space for racks that have been coated that are just waiting to be exposed. And what I basically did is I took my drying rack, and this can all be opened up in order. I'm not done with it yet, I'm working on it. This is all done to where I can open it up to become a drying rack again after washing them, and it can be a drying rack while they're drying after being coated in emulsion. So let me put this on. Got the GoPro head on again. Hopefully, but basically, a piece of cardboard added on to make a third wall. But because that's not big enough, I need to take a piece and add it to it. So that way, I have full coverage over the top. I'm doing, I'm just using 2 pieces of cardboard that my actual utility sink came in, and let's use some good old shipping tape. If you don't have shipping tape, screen tape would work. I'm not worried about the back side. And I'm doing it because this is by my door, our side door. So now what I'll do, I'll pull this off to the side. A piece of masking tape to secure it down, and it'll hold it there in place. But I'm using the masking tape on the trash bag and stuff, and it's the super heavy duty trash bag, and I didn't cut it, didn't take it, you know, didn't slice the bags, open them up or anything like that. I just put the bag in whole on the box. And this, the masking tape sticks to the plywood. It's just sanded plyboard. And it's overlapped just a bit by about, no, 1/8 of an inch, I guess, 1/16 of an inch. And it'll hold. In the heat, I'll probably have to use the shipping tape. But this, for now, will do the job. I only got the 4 screens, so I can still get the screens in and out. You know, so no big deal. I can still put some stuff, you know, over in here. Now, like I was saying, to make it UV proof, like I said, just open up a bag and bam, over the front. It keeps, you know, the wood frame keeps it up off of the frames themselves. And it'd just be a matter of securing it with, you know, a couple pieces of tape. So I don't need to worry about that until tonight. So there you go. You can create the UV safe environment for your frames, you know, unexposed frames, without having to have a dark room. Now to show you, I do have the dark room light on right now. And to show you how dark it is, of course the computer screen's on. You don't want to affect it that much, and I can leave the computer on because I'm going to be doing everything right here. But don't know if you can still see, but that's how bright the light is in the kit for your UV safe bulb. Now, this here, oh yeah, okay. The UV bulb is kind of, I don't know, unplugged at the moment. Oops. Okay, I can unplug that because I ain't using it. Yeah, I gotta share plugs. I can share electrical components with 4 plugs. Now, it's our UV light. And for about 9 minutes for each screen, which is what it takes. It's about 9 minutes for the cryo coat emulsion to be exposed under this UV light to I think they said a foot to 14 inches, so 12 to 14 inches from the face of the acetate on the screen to get the exposure for 9 minutes, yada yada, so on and so forth. But and that's the light I get to work in my dark room for lining and everything else. In all the videos it shows a little brighter. It could just be the bulbs that they got. I'm sure there's other UV safe bulbs, and some of the bulbs, or some of the things you see on like Ryanet's webpage videos are UV shields over, let me turn these lights back on, are UV shields over fluorescent tubes. There'll be a fluorescent tube light with a UV safe shield on it, so they're bright, giving a little bit more illumination, as it were. But yeah, there you go. Ta-da! You don't need a corner wall to make a drying rack. And if you have no tools except for maybe a screwdriver and a drill, or a drill bit and a screwdriver bit, then you'll be okay, because I had all this pre-cut at Home Depot. It cost me about $2.50 each for the 4 2x2x8s furring strips, which are these right here, 2x2, and it cost me it cost a total of like $6 for the 2x2 squared 1/4 inch plyboard, and then of course I had the other half of the 2x2 1/2 inch plyboard from the rack, mounting rack for the screen printer press. So there you go. There you have it. I'll come back to you when coating the screens. Okay. Excuse me. Whew. But you had to have a fan on when doing this stuff, kind of. But now, let's see here. There we go. Okay, so I've got that part done. Yes, we're still sitting in black darkness and all that because it's sitting over there in my box that I showed you earlier in an earlier video and all that. And as you can hear, it's got the fan on it on high to help keep the humidity off of it, dry it out. So now they have to dry for the next 4 hours, and because of the overcast today, I'd say probably 6 hours. So I'll leave the fan on them for the next 4, and then it's off to Weight Watchers today, because today is Weigh-In Wednesday. So if we decide to go to Weight Watchers, I might not, just because I'm busy in here. Then I'll turn off the fan. I'll tape up the front so that way no light can get to it. And yeah, go from there. So now it's time to get set up to do the mother mold. Oops, battery died.